Hello and welcome to the Easily Excitable podcast. My name is Topham and with me this week is Emma. Hey, Emma, how's it going?
Oh, it's going really, really well. I am super happy.
Awesome. Is there any reason for that?
Oh my gosh, yes. So, as I'm sure I know a lot of the Good Guy Gamers know because I have not shut up about it, but our Extra Life event is this weekend, and just today I passed around the link to my workplace, and everyone is just so giving and so lovely. So in one day alone, we've already raised like $260, and I am just through the moon. Like, I'm so happy.
Nice. That's really cool. Because, like, what's your first goal at? It's like $300?
Yeah, so we beat our first goal, and we haven't even started our stream. Like, we're going to just start with our goal is basically what's going to happen, so that'll be really fun. Wicked.
So, the Good Guy Gamers is a group of people who do a bunch of games, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And Extra Life is it's like an annual charity event where the aim is to raise money for, I want to say, kids' hospitals in general.
Oh, you're very close. Very close. I'm gonna give you like an 8 out of 10. But no, so it's for Children's Miracle Network hospitals. So things like funding. You've got equipment, critical care for children. So the event, essentially, there's 170 hospitals that are members. It might be either 170 or over 170. And anyone who's affiliated with Children's Miracle Network hospitals can receive these donations, because as a participant in Extra Life, you get to pick which Children's Miracle Network hospital you are helping. So, for example, the Good Guy Gamers are helping San Jorge Children's Miracle Network Hospital in Puerto Rico. So it's really awesome.
Cool. And so the thing that's typically done is a 24-hour live stream to, I guess, not just raise awareness, but like as an event for the communities.
Exactly. So essentially, goals. What am I talking about? I lost track of words right there. Donations are accepted year-round. But yeah, the goal is that in that 24 hours, you are sitting down playing games. You can stream it. You can be at like a public place, just like having people come in and play games. Originally, it was started in 2008 by kind of a group of gamers who essentially were super inspired by this little girl who tragically kind of lost her battle to cancer. And they were so moved by this that they wanted to donate money to the hospital that helped her. And from there, the man who started it all and everything, he went on to work for Children's Miracle Network hospitals. And now, lo and behold, years later, we have a continuing Extra Life event that has raised over $30 million for all these hospitals connected. So it's a beautiful, beautiful time.
Awesome. And the biggest, contributor to Extra Life, as far as I can tell, is Rooster Teeth.
Yes! Oh my gosh!
Who have just done their, annual stream. Before we get to that, though, why don't we talk about, what the Good Guy Gamers are going to be doing over, the weekend coming up? So the dates are the 19th?
Ooh, close again, 8 out of 10.
Or is it the 18th going into the 19th?
The 18th and the 19th, yep. So 8 a.m. EST to 8 a.m. EST the next day. We're going to be playing games, have schedules up on our Twitch channel, and goodness knows I can't stop posting about it. Anyone who is on my Twitter, I'm so sorry. But yeah, so we just have a whole plethora of games, from Battlegrounds to GTA, Gary's Mod, Rocket League, tabletop games. It just keeps going on.
Cool. So you've got a schedule, there's goals to be hit during the stream, and then when the goals are hit, you'll be like, yes, we're going to do these fun things.
Well, yeah, definitely fun for me, fun for anyone watching, maybe not so fun for the person doing it.
Yeah.
We have a $1,000 goal of one of our great members, her name, or we refer to her fondly as just DG, or Distracted Gamer is her username. She's going to get one of those crazy hot peppers, turn on her camera, and eat it for us, and then we're all gonna watch her suffer together.
Oh, that seems not fun for her. But
No.
that's that's a crazy thing. So how are you going to be doing the stream? Are you going to have like you as like the main host, and then have people jumping into like a group chat and have everyone?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly it. We have
Cool.
we have kind of a channel designated in our Discord server, like a private thing, and so I've asked everyone that when it's time, I'll let you know, pull you in, we'll start. We don't usually use cameras on the stream, so it's not like people are going to be looking at my face the whole time, which, thank goodness, I'm going to get more and more tired as the hours go on, and
Yeah.
no one needs to see that. But, yeah, so it's a lot of fun, and so we'll have, I usually do a sign-up sheet about, 2 weeks before or something. So I think at most we'll have 10 people in a game at one time, so, that's going to be a lot of fun. Get to interact with a lot of different members at a lot of different times of the day. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think like it would be really difficult to do the whole thing alone.
Oh,
Like I can't imagine. Like I've seen people do it. Like I'm going for 24 hours, like webcam on, the same game, and just them losing, like the struggles, right? But,
fingers are just constantly hitting the same buttons.
yeah, and then like having like a rotating cast of people that will be jumping in and out and helping you and keeping you motivated throughout seems a real good way to handle like the battle against fatigue that will inevitably set in at around 4 or 5 a.m.
Oh, the worst time, by the way. That is the hardest hour. But I was really inspired by how Rooster Teeth does theirs, and how Jack and Katie kind of organize it with different events, different segments. So a lot of like what I've tried to bring to the Good Guy Gamers event is kind of based off them, honestly. Just because it really keeps things, entertaining and fun to like be a part of. So I owe a lot of my inspiration to them.
Cool. Let's talk about the Rooster Teeth live stream that they did last week, because it was really good. It was really, really enjoyable.
So much fun.
They had so many, like, they broke theirs into like 1 or 2 hour sections, and had, because they have so many staff as well, like they were never hurting for people being around. And they started off strong. I didn't see like the first 2 hours, but apparently there was some issues with the numbers of the donations that they were getting.
Yeah, their little counter kept resetting to 0, and you'd watch the Twitch chat like freak out because they'd be like, "Oh, everything's gone. It's back to 0."
Yeah, and then it was like apparently tripling the amount that they were receiving as well, so they weren't getting an accurate number for quite a while. But as soon as I like while I was watching, I hadn't seen like any of those issues, so I missed like the intro segment, but it was decent.
It was nice,
So what did I want to say about it? My brain, no. There were some like really, really memorable bits, like just thinking through it, like I can't even remember who like was on the first section I watched. I think it was the games department were there, and they had blended the contents of a McDonald's breakfast.
Oh, I saw that!
Yeah, and they called it the McMosa, and they were making people drink a blended McDonald's breakfast. I was like, oh, that sounds gross.
When that first came on, I thought he said, like, it's a mimosa. And I was like, that's delicious. What a lovely idea. And then he starts describing what was in it, and I was like, I was so wrong.
Yeah, I was, it wasn't, it didn't seem great. I was like, oh, not too much.
I would not drink that. I mean, I'm all for the kids and everything, but... I don't know.
And then I think the next group of people that were on were the no as well. So like Ashley and Mika and a few other people.
Yeah.
And that was really interesting. Like, they did more games and stuff and had some fun. And then broadcast came on after then. And that's where Jen was on for like a tiny bit. And she bought mimosas. Actual mimosas for everyone.
Thank goodness, right?
Yeah. And then, then it just started getting funnier and funnier. Like, especially when Funhouse came on, right?
My favorite of the entire, probably, night. I loved their segment so much.
So they styled their segment as a shopping network, and tried to give away things to the highest donators in certain, in like 10-minute segments. And they got an alert pop up in what was probably the funniest bit on the stream for me. They got an alert pop up and someone was like, you have to spin the wheel. So Elise walked over to the wheel and tried to spin the solid bit in the middle. So the wheel was like a thing that where as they spun it, there was different like challenges or like punishments for them to undertake. And the outside wheel spun, but the middle bit was fixed. And Elise reaches over and yanks on it to try to spin, and the whole middle bit just falls off. And it was hilarious.
I actually laughed. Like I was alone in my room, just sitting there, like cracking up, because I was like, I can't believe she did that. This lovely wheel that they've made. Oh, it was so good.
Yeah, I was laughing so loud. It was so funny. And it was hilarious. Like, the whole section was great. Like, there was some truly laugh out loud moments in it where they had a caller every time. There was a bit... Okay, so Elise just is the funniest person at Rooster Teeth.
She's like my favourite. I just want her to be my sister.
Yeah.
Or something.
And she called up and she did her British Keira Knightley accent. And I just couldn't stop laughing at that either. So much. And they were trying to sell off a poster of a car.
Oh yeah.
And they were just trying to explain that it's a car and not a real thing. To one of their fake callers, and that it was ridiculous. It was so funny. They managed to keep it going for an hour as well, and it not get tired. So I was really impressed with the fact that they could keep that up. And that was really, really cool.
Definitely, and the way they interacted too with the large donations that would come in with the ringing, and they'd all freak out and jump to the ground. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, the horse safety blanket. I forgot about that.
Oh,
yeah. And then once they moved on from Funhouse, I can't remember exactly what came next, but I know what came roughly next was the section with the guys, John and the Whose Spot Is It Anyway, which was kind of a take of On the Spot and Whose Line Is It Anyway, in what was, and they had Jeremy, Miles,
Colin.
Colin, Trevor.
Cole. Why did I say Colin? Yeah. Oh, because Colin. Oh, what's his name from the original Whose Line tweeted? So his name is in my head. Yeah, they got a shout out from him. Mm-hmm. That was great. And
that they did live improvisation games for I don't know an hour and a half, I think.
Yeah.
And all of it was great.
It was so funny.
So good. The games that they had to play, and the games that they the prompts and hints that they had were just all great, and the way that everyone acted things out was just fantastic as well.
Mm-hmm.
It was a very well put together thing. I hope that it I know that people have ripped it from the stream and have put that upline, but I kind of hope that they do something like it and make more shows kind of like it. Not that On the Spot
absolutely.
is dissimilar to it, but I don't know. it was a nice, interesting take on it.
Yeah, people loved this. I don't know about you. My favorite skit was the one with Miles and Cole, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cole, where with Peter Pan and Captain Hook.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That one was really. Oh goodness.
Oh god, the whole thing was brilliant. Like I just can't. Yeah, it was crazy. And then there was just loads of other like cool things that went on. The whole thing. And then they had like Team Nice Dynamite show up, and Gavin and Michael showed up, and Michael, because Lindsay was away in Omaha, I think.
Yeah, it's up then, because she definitely
the Ruby Girls were all on a panel on the Saturday or Sunday at a convention.
That's right.
So they weren't around.
Yeah.
And so Michael brought Iris along.
Yes.
And like the first thing that they spun on the wheel was that Michael would dance Iris around. And like as soon as he came on, he had Iris in his hands and he was like waving her around, and I was like, oh no, incredibly nervous about the safety of that poor little child.
I was so, I mean, it was adorable, but I was so nervous because I was like, please don't fall, Michael, just please look at your feet or something. Like, oh, she was so calm though, that baby.
Yeah,
it's like Joe the cat in baby form.
Yeah, she was really, really calm, like no screaming or anything. That was cool to see. Yeah, that whole section was crazy, and like they did all the paintball shots at the end. Oh, because that's another thing they did. They had like their firing range, and they had Andy and Gavin get shot with paintballs. Like, it looks so painful. I'm just like, and it like clearly got cold towards the evening as well, and the paintballs just weren't bursting. So I'm like, it must be painful.
I love the day after you can see Twitter just full of like all of the RT guys holding up their shirt, just going like for the kids, and just the welts like on their chests from these paintballs. I'm like, oh, bless y'all's heart, like, goodness.
Yeah, and then what was the last thing I watched was like the Bob Ross painting hour that they did, where they had to paint along to what Bob Ross did, and it was hilarious. Like the way the Miles gets into that character like really well. And he's very funny. He has a very like soft spoken persona when he's like doing the Bob Ross stuff, and that was real funny to watch.
Oh yeah.
And then like they auctioned off all the paintings at the end.
That's fantastic.
Well, they didn't exactly auction them off as much as like it's one of the donation things. So if you donated a certain amount, then you'd be put into a raffle for the paintings.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a cool thing that Rooster Teeth did as well. That they like had different reward raffles. So if you were to donate, say, $20.01, you'd be put into a raffle for one reward, and then $20.02, and you'd be put into the raffle for another reward. And they had like different tier of rewards, and that was really cool. That like they could differentiate, say, oh, you want to donate $20, you can be put into these raffles if you donate 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 more cents. And that was a cool thing. Yeah, and then they had like, they got to spin the wheel of vengeance when there was like $1,337 being donated. And yeah, the way they ran it was really cool. And then they ended up, like, I stopped watching after the end of the Bob Ross hour, and then I picked it up again at the like end, well, the last half hour of the stream, where everyone was just trying to I don't know, it looked like there was a lot of bodies laying around. They were all tired, and they were just trying to keep it going for like the last bit of the stream. And yeah, they tallied up the total. Actually, for the last like 45 minutes. They're doing a match. Bernie and Matt were going to match up to like $35,000 as well. So they're like, please donate, and it will get doubled for like the next X amount of time, or until like it hit the goal. And so they added that extra donation that was going to be going into it, and then like all of the merch sales donation as well into it, and then announced a number which was, I think, $1.2 million.
Yeah, which is
awesome.
Crazy.
Awesome. And their like stretch goal for reaching over $1 million was that they're going to do Achievement Hunter the musical, which is really cool. I'm real looking forward to that.
Oh, absolutely. Those guys are going to have so much fun with that as well.
Yeah. That just sounds like it's going to be so much fun. And then Matt sang a song. I can't remember what it was. I think it was We Won't Back Down, and I can't remember who sings that. And I'm sure it's someone that's probably passed away this year. I want to say Bruce Springsteen, but
I can't remember. It's totally gone past my head. Find it for us, Top. Use the power of the internet.
I can't do it.
No, you can. Internet for us.
Oh no, it's Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. There we go.
Oh, okay.
That's it. I got it wrong. Oh no, my musical knowledge is failing me. But yeah, Extra Life was a really good time. And you've got your stream coming up this weekend, which is really cool.
Yeah, I've been preparing like non-stop for that. The last couple of weeks, especially being like the final days until the 18th and everything. You want to get everything ready, and now I'm like, I want to switch my OBS, so am I gonna have to start all over? And I always do that, I always seem to like right last second just be like, or I could do this, and I'm like, no, Emma, why didn't you do this before? What are you doing? So yeah.
Cool. What games have you been playing recently?
Just in general?
Yeah, just in general.
I have been almost obsessed with Dead by Daylight.
Okay. That's the... I want to say multiplayer one where there's like one monster and some other people.
Exactly, yeah. One monster, 4 survivors.
Four
and like,
survivors, okay.
I remember Dead by Daylight came out with a free weekend a long time ago, and I just didn't like it, like at all. But they have changed so much in it. They have so many killers out now. The perk system and the items and like leveling up, that I started playing it and I was like, I'm so like, it's a change that they made to the game that you just love.
Okay.
So I play it. It sounds really weird, but because it's a horror game. But I wake up at 5:30 every morning to drink a cup of coffee before getting ready for work, and that's my game of choice to help me wake up. I find it relaxing, which is probably a little strange, but I don't know. It just wakes me up, and I'm like, I'm gonna do some generators and escape away from a monster, and then go to work and be productive. Nice.
Given that it's a horror game, I'm kind of like, I don't really want to pick that up because I'm not really great with those. But yeah, I've seen a lot of people like on the Discord playing Battlegrounds and playing Dead by Daylight, and yeah, it's a good time. I've recently got into doing PC stuff as well, so I have some games that people have, so I'm like, yay, there's people around.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So yeah, like, I don't know. I'm looking forward to that. Like, even the game nights at the moment, they're a lot of fun because there's people around, and yeah, it seems like we've all, I don't know, migrated away from TeamSpeak, which was kind of like a barrier for me when I got my laptop. It was like, I've got to get TeamSpeak. I've already got Discord, and then like everyone was like, oh yeah, we're going to move to Discord, and then I'm just like, yes, now I'm always available.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was definitely a slow move. I knew it was either going to happen after our extra life or before it.
Hmm.
Circumstances just made it happen before.
Hmm.
Which now I love like the little messaging system. Like I'm sure you see it all the time. I post in there
Hmm.
an obscene amount with all my updates because I love it. I'm just like this is perfect because not everyone has a Facebook or is comfortable sharing their Facebook with the group, which is
Yeah.
totally understandable. But on Discord, you have that freedom to do that, and I love it. I'm so
Yeah.
happy.
Yeah, because you can define all you've got the chat things. You can
Mm-hmm.
assign roles to different people so they can see different parts of the things as well.
Yeah.
And I think I used this example last week when I spoke to Dom, but there's a subreddit community I'm part of called Game of Bands, and they've got a tracker on their website which is tied into Discord itself.
Oh
So
wow.
if you've submitted more than 5 tracks, you get put into automatically added into the veterans
Oh
server as
wow.
well. So it's yeah,
That's so smart. Like
yeah. So
wow.
yeah, submitting 5 songs as part of groups, you get added into the veterans chat. So that's already
Mm-hmm.
tied in there, and then yeah, it's being able to assign roles like that is really cool. And yeah, I really like how Discord works, and they've just made some changes as well to reduce the amount of data that voice chat takes up, and
Yes. Yeah.
and how long it takes for the app to load on mobile, and the other thing which is how much data it takes to actually connect when you are on mobile as well. So it's getting more and more it's becoming easier to actually use it on the go. Whereas before, because I've been using it probably for about a year at this point,
Oh wow. Yeah.
it's it definitely took a long time to load and was really intermittent at best when you're out in the world just using mobile data. But yeah, with the changes that they've made, it certainly seems to feel a lot better than it has done in the past, which is good. It's really beneficial, and the fact if you are Twitch streaming and having a group conversation in it, you can have overlays, which is real cool. And
Oh, absolutely.
the things you can do with Twitch and Discord as well. You can give permission to people who are subscribers to channels on Twitch access to Discord through the subscription model in Twitch.
Yeah.
So it's really fascinating what people are doing with it.
Oh.
I'm kind
no,
of glad
definitely.
the Good Guy Game has moved over to it. I'm just oh no.
No, it's great. And even just having that app on the phone, it's such a small thing, but I know the other morning, I think I had 4 messages on Discord from 4 different people about Extra Life. And I woke up at 8 o'clock, just opened my phone, and just lying in bed responded to all these people before I even got out of bed. And I was like, I would not be able to do that on any other platform, so this is fantastic. And got business out of the way before I was even out of bed.
Awesome. Yes, Discord has been. I don't know. For me, it feels like Discord has been a good change to the Good Go Gamers community.
Absolutely.
But
yeah,
that's just
yeah.
because it's allowed me to interact more with people.
Which we love, of
Which
course.
is awesome. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And yeah, cool. Emma, where can we find you, and where can we find this Twitch stream that's going on over the weekend, and where can we find the Good Guy Gamers?
Oh my goodness, so many things. Well, you can find me. Goodness, I mostly live on Twitter. I will admit. I'm on Rooster Teeth as Beep Bep, so just misspell the last beep without an E, basically. Which was on purpose, I promise. But on Twitter, I'm just Lord of the Decaf. Lord of the Decaf? It's one of those. Well, yeah.
You'll be tagged correctly in it when
Yeah.
this is tweeted out.
Thank goodness for editing, am I right? But yeah, so our Twitch stream this weekend is going to be on twitch.tv/official Good Guy Gamers. and I highly recommend, or rather, I hopefully recommend that people check it out because it's going to be a lot of fun. Hoping to get our 1,500 goal because I really want to watch one of our members stuff a bunch of marshmallows into his mouth. Think it'd be hilarious. Yeah. But we also have our Facebook, just Good Guy Gamers. You have to request to be in the group, but if you send me a message, oh my gosh, I'm gonna let you in. And we also have a Facebook Good Guy Gamers Extra Life page, so you can keep up with not only the event, but just anything we might be doing throughout the year that refers to Extra Life and changes that might happen and things like that. So I think that was that all the links. There were a lot of places to mention.
So, yeah. There's a Good Guy Gamers Twitter, which is at good_guy_gamers as well.
Yes, yeah. Thank you. You got my back.
No problem. So yeah, that's all going on. I'm really excited about everything that's going on, and yeah, that's cool.
It is gonna be a blast. I am ready to be exhausted and tired. It's going to be worth it.
Yeah, awesome. I can be found across the internet at DestroyTopham or at Ethfar. And yeah, that's in various random, lots of different places. So yeah, cool. Thank you very much for being my guest this week, Emma.
Happy to be it. Thank you for having me.
No problem. And thank you everyone for listening. Goodbye.
Yeah.